From here, if I push on this, I can't move in. I can just put it on. In other words, I'm the one keeping myself out. That's the equivalent, excuse me, women's room, I'm not supposed to be good. That's the equivalent of me going, I can't get in. Practice. Between my hand when it's down here and there. Like you've placed your sword in the other person's hand. Okay? Start. That's it. Now we're connected. Right? So you're never waiting, wondering what's going to happen. You're already touching it. In your mind, you already have your sword on them. Right? Again? Don't you? No. Too late. I'm attacking. Too late. No, no. It's a mental thing. Just be aware of this hand and that hand. No, don't move. Just, you can move your hand. No, don't look at my eyes. You can never. That's better. Now, can you lead my fingers very gently? Oh yeah, good. Practice. Hey, of what might be called weakness. There's the sensitivity of vulnerability, right? No, inertia, no, something else. But I mean, there's the awareness that comes from vulnerability, emotional openness, right? You know, I'm a theater kind of guy. That's from Rick. That was our original connection. When you go into a theater, when you go to watch a movie, you go into a dark room to watch somebody else do something, and nobody's watching you. So there's this automatic thing when you go to the theater that you make yourself vulnerable. That's the situation. You don't come into a theater and walk back. You go, you sit in the more comfy chair, just like being in a therapist, and you sit there and you let it happen to you. That's a kind of awareness, vulnerability. If you go into the theater like this, you're not going to see anything. So that's the vulnerability, the weakness. There's a balance between weakness and strength. If you're in strength, you can't hear anything. That kind of strength, right? If I'm in here, I'm like, I can't tell what he's doing. Right? I can't tell. Right? But if I'm completely, see what he's doing. Right? So, when Uke grabs, let's go back a step. Grab my arm. Let's swing it around. I'm not holding it. Try that. Hey, please. Thanks. You're in harmony with Uke before he moves. He's going to try and break the harmony. When he does that, he makes a decision about his body. You know what you're doing. You see everything wrong with what you're doing. Right? It's a very scary moment when people are thinking they're about to fight. And one of them's got to break the ice. Now you know it's the other guy. Not really because your sword's already out. You already done it. But in his mind, if he doesn't move, it's going to be okay. You know the Aikido Miranda, right? No problem. Done. Going to get killed. Now, why am I saying this now? Because when Uke attacks, he risks his life. Right? So what you're seeing, you have to watch the formation of shift inside himself, and not just the physical shift, but the emotional shift. You guys know who Shiota Sensei is? If you know, you should look him up on YouTube. Gozo Shiota was the head of the ocean concept. Early school. Sensei sent him out early to teach the early schools in Japan. He's a great activist, and very, very martial. Not really nice. He would take you in the eye gate and like this, throw it back of your neck. And then the guys would cut it. There's a lot of pictures of this. The guy's lying around that, just like that. And then he's going, you okay? No, he's not okay. So, and you know, I always thought of him, and I know people who practiced with him, real serious martial artists who were like overwhelmed by him. And I don't just mean that either, it's just from all different disciplines. So I was really shocked if you look The first paragraph, he says the important thing about Aikido is to understand how your uke is feeling about himself. That may not be the exact word. What's going on inside of uke? You know, what is he feeling? From a human point of view, as a person, what is he feeling? And then you're in the realm of what's really going on. You're not blinded to yourself. Okay, look at each other. He doesn't have any trouble moving his own body. So when I go, I want to get into this desire to move his own body. I don't have to force him. He's going to move it. He! Let's see. He's going by himself. I want to lead him. No fight. Good. I think, you know, Sensei, when he talks about love and all that, it's sort of like, probably if you studied it, you've heard me say this probably put together before. When you're doing meditation, sometimes you get, everything relaxes, you feel open to everything. You're in a condition of harmony with everything around you. But nobody's trying to kill you. You know, you're in a very safe place to get to that point. Whatever you discover in that kind of practice, in my opinion, the purpose of Aikido is to see if you can bring that to a situation where someone's trying to kill you. It's like the other extreme. The extremity of a martial condition. So that you bring that attitude to that situation and you don't lose your humanity. You don't become, you know, it's you or me, you know. One of us is going to win, one of us is going to lose. You're more like that other mode of faith. You know? I don't know what. No, I had some idea how I was going to demonstrate this. This practice, I think I said it. To my mind, the only purpose of this trick is so when uke falls, you don't. The power should be coming from here. This is the power. So if you do that, you're pulling away. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying notice it. Okay? Check yourself. It doesn't go You may feel like it does, but believe me, no, it just goes. Okay? You want to have that attachment. Okay, good. Thanks. How do you hold this off? See it? Oh, come on. You have to leave it open. So I want to match his bottom edge, this edge. That's it. Hey, let's go. His power is coming out in spiral. Hey, let's go. See, we're there all the way to the end. That's how it goes. You don't have to do anything except see it. When we take grabbing, and put a gaish. Gaish! Turn over. Practice, please. Hey, thanks. All the way down. Top it. Okay, you go first. No, from here, this way. Yeah, that's it. Good. Thank you. Seeing, there's a technique. Right? Not saying I'm doing this, you're doing it. So I also say that your contact with uke is always there. Your contact is always there. It's not like you're waiting here and something happens. Okay? The contact is always there. Always there. Okay? Now shomanuchi. Shomanuchi. Contact's always there. You have rinage and kodagai. Contact always there. Doesn't start, you don't block. Contact always there. From the beginning, and you're leading the whole time. Hey, practice.
Hey.
Right? Okay, it's not obvious, but they always leave. Are you the aggressor in the situation? No, you're just there. You're not withdrawing from it. Right? So your energy is always out there. Right? So, show me the cheeks. And you're not going, see, now I brought my mind up to here. This became the whole universe right here. Right? It's center to center, feet to feet, center to center. It's the whole thing. What Uke is doing is a big mistake. If you look at it like I have to defend against this, you can't think clearly. Right? You have to see the whole thing. Hey, practice, please. Hey, it's real practice. And we have the safety of knowing that probably, unless you really mess up, Uke's not going to kill you. He's going to give you the opportunity to correct your mistakes, all of that. Relax. You want to bring that feeling, that ability to be relaxed as your learning tool, so in real life when you're attacked, you don't tense up. If you pretend on the mat that it's real, you bring in all this nonsense, all the habitual reaction, and when it's real, you're really going to be tense. Right? So, in other words, the question is, how can you look at the attacker so openly without being defensive? Because it's practice. Then you get used to it. Okay, and you'll experiment. You'll see how strong it is. If you do. See the whole structure, right? See that whole structure, that lower edge, right? Do the same thing on your own arm. You don't want to be on your upper edge. On the lower edge. Okay? Now we need to torpedoso. Right? Upper edge, lower edge. That's simple, right? This is conflict here, lower edge. Torpedoso. Hey, thanks very much.